What is up, YouTube? I know you've been hearing that the pre-order method is dead for clothing brands, but today I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. Let's get to it. So before we get into it, let me just give you guys a quick definition of what pre-order is. It's basically the process of ordering a sample, promoting that sample, dropping the product, and then using the money from the drop to fund your bulk order. So you drop the product, get the money from your sales, and you take that money, send it to your manufacturer, and then start getting the bulk order made. So that's basically the definition of a pre-order. Back in 2023, 2024, there were a lot of customers that got scammed because of this pre-order method. A lot of brands just running the pre-order method, not fulfilling the orders, right? Just kind of just running off with the money and never fulfilling the customer's order. So that's why there's a big narrative nowadays that pre-order method is dead. And I hate to call it like a method, but I'm just saying that because that's what you guys know. The pre-order method is not dead, y'all. It's not dead. You just have to run it the right way. And because back in 2023, 2024, there were a lot of brands running this method and running off with the funds and not fulfilling orders, that's why a lot of customers nowadays kind of have like PTSD when it comes to the word pre-order. They don't even want to really spend money with you if you are running a pre-order. But at the end of the day, the pre-order method is still doable for your brand. You just have to do it the right way. So let's just get into it. The first thing you want to do when it comes to running a pre-order is, obviously, I'm gonna assume you already got your sample in. You already did the whole beginning process of getting your sample made or whatever it is, and now you have the sample in your hand. You're ready to start marketing it and running your pre-order drop. Right? So the first piece of advice that I'm going to give to you is that don't just order one sample. Although you don't have the money for the bulk, at least get 2 to 3 samples. And this is why. First, you want to be able to actually run a photo shoot. You want to have multiple models for a photo shoot promoting your product. And you can't really do that with just one hoodie or one t-shirt or just one product in general. When you are ordering your samples, I suggest you getting at least 2 to 3 samples because, when you're running a photo shoot, you want to have multiple people in the photo shoot, different body sizes, different heights, just different types of models to market your product, just to show how versatile your product is. So that's number one. Now I'm assuming that you have your sample sitting in front of you and you're ready to run your pre-order drop. Later on in this video, I'm gonna have my guy Houston Reese come and kind of give his aspects and kind of give his input on running pre-orders. But what I'm gonna tell you guys is that you have to be able to market your product as best as you can to where the customer is willing to spend the money and wait however long they have to wait for your product. How do they do that? Well, number one, you got to have a really good product. And just some advice to you guys is that your product should not be regular. Like, you can't have a regular product. You can't have a product where it's too oversaturated. A lot of you brands are creating products that are already oversaturated. So many other brands have already created a product like this. There has to be something to the product that will bring the attention to the customer. That's number one, is the product. Number two is your marketing. How are you bringing that perspective to the customer, your potential customer, to the audience? How are you bringing that perspective? How are you selling that lifestyle? How are you tapping into the customer's emotion? When you're running a pre-order, you have to be big on marketing. You have to be big on perspective. You have to be big on bringing that attention from your audience. Any brand owners watching this video that want to run a pre-order, I think the biggest question in your head should be, why is this customer buying my product and willing to wait this time? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Is my product worth the wait and worth the price? Because at the end of the day, your customer will be waiting 3, 4, 5 weeks for this product. And to be honest with you guys, this generation nowadays has very, very short attention span. With TikTok, Instagram Reels, like, people's attention span are just really, really short nowadays. So you have to figure out, what are you going to do within your marketing and within the design of your product to catch those people's eyes within the first 3 to 5 seconds of your content. That doesn't only go for brand owners running a pre-order, but it really just goes to any brand owner selling a product. You have to figure out how you are going to simply catch the attention of the audience so they can be more warm to your brand and eventually become a customer. So those are the two things that you guys have to really, really focus on when it comes to running a pre-order. You have your sample, you've been marketing for however long you've decided to market. What I kind of recommend to new brands or even startup brands or even just any brand that wants to run a pre-order, do your marketing for about 2 weeks. Obviously during this marketing process, I just explained it. You want to figure out how you can get the attention from your audience with it being a pre-order. Say you've been marketing 2 to 3 weeks, now it's time for drop day. On drop day, again, you want to make it clear to the customer, you will be waiting a certain amount of time for this product. Make sure you make it clear to the customer that they will be waiting this certain amount of time. You don't want to have any type of miscommunication when it comes to selling your product and letting them know it's a pre-order. So let them know that they will be waiting a certain amount of time for this product. That's number one. So drop day comes, you're clear on your terms and conditions, and if someone buys, they have agreed to those terms and conditions. They have agreed to wait that certain amount of time for your product. Drop day comes, you sold 50, 100, 500 orders. You had a crazy drop day, right? You made a lot of money. This is where a lot of brand owners went wrong. Drop day comes, they make 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, and now they see all this money and is like, now I'm about to go to the mall and go buy something that I've always wanted. Or just, I'm gonna go to a dealership and go buy a car that I always wanted before paying their manufacturer for the bulk order. So this is where a lot of brand owners made that mistake back in 2023, 2024, right? They saw the dollar amount and they said, hey, free money, let's go splurge, right? And that's what you don't want to do. You guys want to make sure on drop day, as soon as that Shopify payout comes in a couple days later, man, you want to communicate with your manufacturer and let them know, I'm ready to put a bulk order in of however many pieces you sold. I don't know how many pieces you sold, 50, 100, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you are getting that certain amount for your bulk order. So you take the funds from your drop day. You want to make sure you're taking your funds and using them in the right way. You want to make sure you're paying your tax. You want to make sure you're paying your manufacturer to get the bulk started. You guys have to think about it like this. You guys drop on a certain day. However long your pre-order goes, after the pre-order is over, then you start the bulk order. If I purchase from your brand on a Friday and the pre-order closed next Friday, I've already waited a week and the bulk order hasn't even started yet. So you guys have to keep that in mind as well. Make sure you are using your funds correctly. Drop day comes, you pay your manufacturer, and this is just a side note. You want to make sure you have that trust with your manufacturer. If they're saying that they're going to get your bulk order made in a certain amount of time, shipped in a certain amount of time, you want to make sure you have that trust with your manufacturer. And that trust comes with you ordering that sample. That's where it starts. Because if the process goes really smooth with the sample process, now you're comfortable with doing a pre-order bulk or a pre-order drop with that manufacturer. Now, during the sample process, if your manufacturer said it was going to take 2 to 3 weeks, now it's taking 4 to 5 weeks, his communication is not well because you told me 2 to 3 weeks, now it's going on 4 to 5. So if you use that manufacturer for your bulk after drop day for your bulk, and he says, okay, the bulk is going to take 3 to 4 weeks, and then it ends up taking 5 to 6 weeks, now you have customers waiting even longer. Now chargebacks start to come. Now people start complaining, you know, that type of thing. So just make sure you have that trust with your manufacturer and make sure they are keeping their word when it comes to fulfillment time. Pay your manufacturer. Basically, now you're waiting, right? Now it's just a waiting game. You're waiting for your manufacturer to complete your bulk order so that you can fulfill your orders. Basically, what I'm going to tell you guys is another piece of advice is that during this time, during the 4 to 5 weeks that your customer is waiting for the product, you want to make sure you have that communication, y'all. This brings in the SMS and email marketing. You want to make sure you are communicating with your customer, whether it's through text, whether it's through email. A lot of you brand owners want to continue posting Instagram posts and Instagram stories thinking that all your customers are going to see it. That's not the case. Connect with them through text message, connect with them through email. Let them know updates on the process of the bulk order. If it's the first week, you want to email them and say, your order has been processed, we have started the bulk, and our manufacturer is working right now. Second week, and this is another thing, you want to ask your manufacturer for production photos and videos so that you can send this content to the customer. So the second week comes, you're communicating with your manufacturer and you tell them, hey, can you please send me some production photos and videos so I can relay it to my customer and let them know that their product is actually being worked on. So they send you the content, they send you the photo, the video, whatever it is, and you want to make sure you incorporate that within your text message marketing or email marketing or however you contact the customer. This will make the customer feel so much more comfortable and knowing that their product is actually being worked on and you're not just sitting on their money. Second week is going to be just like the third week, right? So the third week comes around, email, text message, whatever it is, and then you want to send them another production photo and video. Obviously, week 2's content is going to be different from week 3's content because now, say week 3's content is basically just your manufacturer getting the fabric. Now, week 3's content is going to be your manufacturer printing on the fabric. So you want to take that and make sure you're communicating with your customer, letting them know that their product is actually being worked on. This is so key, y'all. This is very, very important. At the end of the day, you are sitting on these people's money. Sometimes people don't like other people sitting on their money for too long when they haven't received anything back. Again, although you have been clear on the terms and conditions of your pre-order process, of the wait time, people still get impatient. That's basically how you're going to run a pre-order. And then once the bulk order comes in, you want to take a picture of it or do some type of content and email your customers again and let them know, hey, the bulk order just landed. Your order will be shipping very, very soon. That communication is key, y'all. Like literally, communication is key when it comes to running a pre-order. My guy Reese is going to come and kind of give you guys some more free game on running a pre-order. That's basically the gist of it. A lot of people say that the pre-order method is dead, but it's not. You just have to run it the right way. And the reason why a lot of people said it was dead, again, because a lot of customers were getting scammed because brand owners don't know how to run the pre-order method the right way. Hopefully this video helps you guys run the pre-order method just to show you guys that the pre-order method is still doable for your brand. You just have to do it the right way. All right, y'all, so like I told y'all earlier in the video, pulled up on my guy Reese, and if you don't know who Houston Reese is, I'm gonna just let him introduce himself. yourself real quick.
Again, I'm Houston Reese. This is my third time on the channel.
Third time
on the channel. We've gone viral before, but I helped Elohim, run ads for Be Special in the very beginning. Now he's taking over. Done over $5 million in sales in apparel, and shit, we've been running it up since.
And like I told you guys in my YouTube channel, man, you guys have to invest in yourself. Me and Reese have been working together for almost a year, and he's been a big mentor of mine in, just running my brand, really teaching me how to market, teaching me how to sell. Because when I first started my brand, it was more of just me making products and me thinking people are gonna like it. And yeah, they might like it, but you have to sell them a certain way, right? It's all about psychology at the end of the day. So, and that's what Reese taught me, throughout my clothing brand journey. And we did over $500,000 last year, 2024. So
really in like 6 months.
really like 6 months for real. So to get back on topic, man, I'm teaching you guys that the pre-order method is not dead, right? Even though I'm kind of against the pre-order method when it comes to startup clothing brands, I just wanted to pull up on Reese and kind of get his perspective on running a pre-order as a clothing brand. So what's kind of your take on it, and like what are your kind of pros and cons when it comes to running a pre-order?
I think definitely the cons is if you haven't worked with your manufacturer before, you haven't gotten your shipment in before and understand like, are they on time, with shipping out, are they able to say, stay with what they said that they're going to do? Because lately a lot of things have been getting held in customs. So that's one of the main cons that I don't like about the pre-order method, is that you might be on track to ship your things in, a week or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be, whatever you stated. Does that account for if people, if customs hold your package? Like there's a high risk that could happen, and that's the one thing that I don't like about pre-order. The one thing that I do like about pre-order is you get a feel for if people are actually fucking with your product. You actually get to figure out like, are people willing to pay and wait? So I think that's a really dope thing, because if people are willing to pay and wait, more than likely when you start turning ads on and you start, you have it on hand, it'll fly off the shelf, a lot faster than if you were just kind of guessing it. So I think it's a great way to gauge and see if people are actually going to mess with the product or not.
So how do people actually, like when running the pre-order, we obviously have a sample, right? We don't have any inventory on hand. We have one sample. How do brand owners actually bring that attention to that product, along with also promoting that it's a pre-order, like literally telling people that, all right, you're going to have to wait 5 to 6 weeks for this product? So what makes the customer actually buy the product and willing to wait? Because at the end of the day, people's attention spans is so short nowadays that we got TikTok Shop, we got Amazon, and people are getting their product within 1 to 2 to 3 days. How can a brand owner actually like market their product to where people are actually okay with that wait time,
Well, one of the things is you got to make it feel like it's exclusive. You got to make it feel like it's worth the wait for one. People got to feel like, okay, cool, I can understand why I'm waiting for this product. If you're just making some BS where it's just like a regular t-shirt and you can't justify, like for instance, the tapestry hoodies, everybody can justify that, okay, this isn't just a product that you can go and print up the street. Like it's justified, hey, this is custom work, this is hand woven, whatever the case may be. Right. You want to showcase that, right? You want to make sure that everybody knows, the quality, the detail, and things like that. Another thing is you kind of have to put your product in the right scenery, right? You got to make it feel like it's luxury. You got to make it feel like it's high quality. You got to make it feel like it's worth the wait because of the details. If you're putting diamond studs, show the quality of the diamond studs. That's a part of the hype. If you're putting like, custom buttons or whatever on it, show the process of you actually going through, putting in the work to build out that product, so people can understand that, hey, this takes time. Like if you want it, it's worth the wait because of this. Show your custom zippers, all of these different things that will make it to where people are like, okay, cool, I understand what I'm getting before they even got it. Right? So
And so, look, gotta sell on YouTube, man. Look, y'all we can't make it up. Like literally, you can't make it up when it comes to this. So going through the pre-order process, they drop the product, say they sell however many they sell. From that point on to the end of the 5 to 6 weeks or however long the customer is waiting, what should the brand owner be doing during this process while the customer...
Before you even drop and plan on making your pre-order, you need to set up your automations. You need to already be communicating with the customer like as if, it's the day of. And you can ask ChatGPT, hey, I'm planning on doing a pre-order. Give me a rollout for a pre-order method within a 3-week span. I want to send 2 emails per week. Give me a drop schedule. Give me a pre-order schedule, and it'll help you. How can I stay engaged? How I want to keep my customer in mind and let them know that, hey, we haven't forgotten about you. That's one of those things where I think a lot of brand owners forget, and what they do is they just rely on posting on Instagram and their stories. Like that's actually going to be enough. And you should have SMS automations and email automations that's basically keeping them updated with, hey, look, it's on the way. Hey, it just cleared custom. Get your manufacturer to send you pictures of production or whatever the case may be. When the pack lands, take a picture picture with all of it and send it out and let them know, hey, thanks for the wait. Here's a $10 coupon for the next, here's a $10 gift card for the next time you guys want to make a purchase, and thank you for waiting. Thank you for supporting the brand.
Yeah.
So all of those things kind of matter, and a lot of people are leaving that out, and I think that is what's hurting the entire pre-order method worldwide. Like, it's making it hard for brands because so many people aren't putting the right systems in play to be able to execute it and allow the buyer to feel like it's okay for me to shop with them again.
Yeah, I feel like communication is literally key, like number one when it comes to running a pre-order, because communication helped me a lot when it came to chargebacks. Like, it saved me from literally maybe 80% of chargebacks simply because of communication. People emailing my business email, and obviously as a brand owner, you guys should have a business email, so your customer, that should be literally the first thing you guys set up.
And not a Gmail.
And not a Gmail, right? And not a Gmail. If a customer, contacts you via email and says, what's the status of my order, you should be able to communicate with them and respond to them within 24 hours and let them know the stage of where the bulk order is at. Communication is literally number one when it comes to the pre-order, because even though you tell a customer it's going to be a certain, like a 4 to 5 week wait, people are impatient at the end of the day. People are impatient. So even though you're saying it's a 4 to 5 week wait and you're letting people know clearly, people are still going to get impatient at the end of the day. I done had customers that, maybe I'll run a pre-order, 4 to 5 week pre-order, and they want to charge back within the second week. Sometimes people need that money back. Maybe I got to pay some bills or something. I don't know what it is, right? I don't know what it is. But at the end of the day, communication is number one. I appreciate Reese coming through here, giving y'all some free game. As y'all know, his time is valuable. What you do yesterday with that one store?
17,000.
Yeah, show them that real quick. And look at that right there.
17,000, 24 hours, baby.
$17,000 in one day with one of his brands. Just one of his brands that he's running right now. Just think about that, y'all. Like, 17,000 a day. It's possible. I promise y'all. And
once you understand how to control traffic and control the emotions of your buyer, build that hype, build that demand, create that urgency, just everything that you have to create in order to get somebody to trust your brand. That communication, all of that actually matters. And so many people skip out and they post 2 or 3 times on their Instagram, and they think that when drop day comes, they're just going to make one post. Instagram is never going to give you 100% of your following.
At all.
You look at it, you're only going to get about 10 to 20% at most.
And I'm not gonna lie, I know a lot of you brand owners are probably watching this like, damn, I was only relying on Instagram. And that's how I was when I first started my brand. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my, like 90% of my sales came from Instagram. When I met Reese and I kind of just started learning just the psychology of marketing and just marketing in general, there's so many different ways on how to make money with your brand. Like, it's not just social media. Like, I promise you, like, you guys have to realize that SMS and email list is literally, that's where the gold is. That's where your sales are. Like, literally right there. The biggest thing that I learned, honestly, is like, data is more important than followers. Collecting data is more important than followers. Like, even if I don't get a sale from someone, as long as I get their phone number or their email,
you have a chance to sell them again.
Got them in the funnel.
You gotta think about it. You gotta sell the same exact product 365 days a year. How can you do that? How can I stay in front of this customer? And even if it's not that one product, you can sell them another one. They may have liked your product enough, follow you, and kind of watch the movement, but it might be just that next drop or that next colorway or whatever the case may be that actually gets them to pull out their credit card and make a purchase.
We've been selling this t-shirt right here, and y'all seen so many videos. I posted a lot of YouTube videos about this t-shirt right here, man. And the reason why is because I'm trying to teach you brand owners, that you can literally make a living off of one product with your brand. It just has to be the right product, and you have to market it the right way. So we're going on about a year selling this shirt, and it hasn't slowed down. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only reason why it did slow down was because of fulfillment issues. That's not because of the product, and that's not because of our marketing. That's just something that we can't control. So I'm gonna continue selling this shirt for
years.
Years.
This might be like a V-Long. This could be, just whatever the case is, it's a staple shirt now. It's a staple piece now.
You guys never know. And a lot of you brand owners are sitting here creating multiple products, doing multiple drops just because you keep flopping. And that's not it. It's all about, again, the emotional connect that you have with your audience and how it relates to the audience. That move you're scared to make might be the one. That quote right there just speaks volumes. You feel me?
The reason why you're flopping is because you're afraid to pay to play. Put money into ads, put money into marketing, you'll really figure out will your product move in volume.
Put money in the information, right?
Yeah.
Like, although you guys are getting free info right here on YouTube, there's so much more in-depth information that you guys need to know when it comes to this. And the reason why me and Reese charge for what we do is because we spent years and years figuring this out. This what we know now. A lot of you contact me and want free information, which is fine. I don't mind giving you free info, but at the same time, there's just certain info that I can't give away for free just because it took me so long to figure that type of information out. now. If you're willing to spend money, and at the end of the day, like what he said earlier, like you gotta spend money to make money. You feel me? At the end of the day, I didn't really realize that when I first started, like paying for information, like what I could just go on YouTube and just figure it out myself, or go on Google. You might be going on Google so much and YouTube so much that you might be going the wrong way. You feel me? Like you're going the wrong way, you know? So that's just really what it is. Again, I appreciate Reese pulling up on me, you know, giving some free game. Follow Reese on Instagram. At Houston Reese. At Houston Reese. I'll put it down low in the description. Let's go. Reese, I appreciate you.
You already know it's love.
I appreciate you guys tapping into the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you are interested in joining my one-on-one mentorship, it's only open for another couple weeks. So if you're interested, please DM me SS on Instagram. My Instagram link is down below, and I will contact you directly and we can hop on a one-on-one call. I will learn about you, I will learn about your brand, and I will see if you are qualified for my inner circle, because I don't accept everyone for my inner circle. I like to keep it small so I can give my attention to every single student. If you guys are skeptical with joining the one-on-one mentorship, make sure you tap in with that YouTube video of David, Mario, and Dame going from 0 all the way to 10K with their brand in almost a month. A whole hour interview video on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out. And also, after you check out that interview, go check out that NYC vlog where my mentorship was featured on Times Square billboard in New York City. I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. It's gonna help me bring you guys fresh new content every single week. We on the road to 10K subs. Mr. B Special, let's get it.